Coleman here with the Erie County Catfish Club. Got a great show in store for you this week. We're going to touch base a little bit on something that's been brought to my attention, and that's the idea of a pay lake here for Erie County. We're going to give you a little bit of a quick update also on the little pond here I've been working on at my house. Just a little simple 100-gallon goldfish pond, nothing crazy or fancy. Just something you can use with stuff you might have lying around your house. Going to also give you guys a reminder too. We're almost here to the end of the month. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday is this month's Youth Fishing Derby. So you want to remind you guys to get the kiddos signed up and registered for it so they don't miss out on the fun. Alright, so stay tuned, like and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and hope you enjoy this week's show, guys. Thanks a lot. Hey guys, give you a quick little update on the pond. I had to make another couple modifications to it. I was finding out that I was having a lot of algae build up, doubling up the size of the pond, so I had to work on a couple different things. I went ahead and ripped it all out and went over the liner. I found a couple of spots in the liner that got holes in it, so I had to patch them real quick, and I decided to put a shelf in under the water line here along the side. And what that does is it allows me to add some uniqueness with the rocks around there, and then when I get the plants and that planted in there, it'll give them something to anchor on as well. I had to get a new filtration system, just a little fountain. The other fountain I had, Harbor Freight, was not a very good fountain. I picked this one up at Home Depot, and then I picked up a fountain kit to go with it, so I can change different types of spray nozzles on it. And I got this end of the pond here a little bit deeper, and then this end up here is a little bit shallower. And you see I started to get some plants and that put in around the back here. I've also gone ahead and I got my second coat now on what's going to be my makeshift lighthouse there in the corner. At this point in time, it's just a matter of putting some more rocks in place and getting some more plants to put in the pond and around the pond, and then we'll go ahead and get the fish added. So we'll keep you advised on this. If you guys want any tips or ideas for some ponds, feel free to let me know. I'll do the best that I can. I'm no expert, but I do my reading and I find out the know-hows and how-tos. So hope you guys enjoy. Feel free to comment and stay tuned. We got more to come. Hey guys, it's Memorial Weekend, and I'm hoping everybody's going to be safe, hoping the weather holds up, everybody gets an opportunity to get out there, maybe do some fishing with the family and that this weekend. If you guys are going out on the boat, be safe. Always check the weather reports and check the waves and everything. You go online. Check the one buoy out there on Lake Erie and get an actual video read right on it and see what it's doing currently, depending on how far out you're going to go. Hope everybody has a good opportunity not to stuff themselves too much with some hamburgers and hot dogs and salad and that this weekend. Kind of wanted to touch base with you guys on something that has recently been brought to my attention, and I've had the opportunity to go ahead and look into it a little bit, and that is pay lakes. For those of you that don't know what a pay lake is, it's a body of water, or let's say a pond, or really a small lake that somebody has built or has purchased, and what they do is you pay to go fishing there, and what they end up doing actually is the money that's raised from every person that pays to go there, they use for restocking the lake, maintaining the lake, taking good care of the lake. What does that mean for everybody? In my opinion, I think pay lakes are a phenomenal idea. There is a few here in Pennsylvania, but not very many, and there certainly isn't one here in Erie County. Much to my surprise, I looked a little bit further into it to find out exactly some more details and that about it, And what I've been able to find has been very interesting and very informative. Um, some of these pay lakes, they have campgrounds right there on the site, so you can go camping and you can go fishing. You do not require does not require a fishing license on a pay lake, so that saves you a little bit of money. Depending on how often you go fishing, it could get rather expensive. They do they do have year passes to go fishing there. Some of them have prize pools set up that some of the fish are tagged. They have prize pools for fish weights. They have them in certain weight categories. They do a daily prize. Some of them do daily, weekly, and monthly prize. They do a lot of different stuff in that, and you know, it's one of the nice things about having a pay lake like that is that it gives them a much more opportunity to give back into the community. Because I mean, hey, let's say you catch the biggest fish of the day, you win some money. And there's no saying or telling what you're going to catch that day, because they've got them stocked with everything. They've got catfish, they got flathead catfish in there, channel cats, bullheads, they've got blues in there, they got smalls and largemouth bass, they've got perch in there, they've got walleye in some of them, depending on the size of the lake. They've got a wide variety of species of fish in them, and it's really, really, really nice. To me, I haven't really found any cons to it. You know, yeah, you got to pay each time you go, but you know, you think of it this way: you're paying to ensure that you pretty much, when you go fishing, you're going to catch a fish. You know, and you go fishing at some of these other bodies of water here locally, and they're overfished. They're not restocked enough to where they should be, and it becomes a problem. You know, you go out on a particular body of water so many times, you're not catching anything. You finally say, enough's enough. I'm not going there. I'm going to my buddy's farm pond. You know, and it can be very discouraging, and it can be very discouraging if you're trying to get the kids into fishing. Now, these pay lakes in Ohio, for example, a lot of them have been around for a great many years. They're very well established, and Ohio, they really love their pay lakes. They have no problem paying to go fish these bodies of water. One, because they know they're pretty much guaranteed they're going to catch at least a fish. Two, depending on the lake, there's a possibility they could catch, you know, the biggest one in that weight category, and they could win a prize for that day. Or they catch the biggest one for the week, or you know, however the case may go. They've got some good-sized fish in them. Some of the pay lakes are catch and release only. Some of them you can keep the fish. I would assume that, you know, the catch and release ones, they cost a little bit less to fish at, because you don't have to keep restocking it as frequently. The ones that you're allowed to take the fish home cost a little bit more, because they have to restock the fish. And of course, obviously, it does take time to catch, you know, to put fish back in there, get them raised up to where they're a real good hefty size. You know, so there's a lot of potential with a pay lake here for Erie County and its residents, at least that I see. And I'd like to get your feedback, Erie County. What would you guys think if Erie County had a pay lake that you could go, pretty much be guaranteed that you're going to catch a fish, the kids are going to have a good time fishing, and maybe there could be a campsite or something set up there. Maybe there isn't. Maybe it could be something down the road, you know, who knows. But what would you guys say? Would you guys want to pay to go fish at a body of water where you know you're going to catch fish and the potential and possibility to earn and win some prizes? Let's hear your feedback, Erie County. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Hey guys, don't forget to get the kiddos registered for May's Youth Fishing Derby. It's coming up here, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Last Saturday of every month, April through September. It's $10 per kid. Kids get food and drink, a couple of door prizes from our sponsors, the Erie County Catfish Club, MagicBait.com, Farmers Vinyl Printing, and FishUSA.com. So remember, remember to get the kiddos registered. There's lots of prizes the kids can all win. It's a non-competitive atmosphere. The kids get to get out, maybe get some tips and everything on how to, go for a particular species of fish. Any species they want to go for, they can. They can use any bait, any lures they want to use. So remember, please don't wait to the last minute to get the kiddos registered in that, because we do got to make sure that we've got enough food and drink for the kids that we have registered. So we don't typically have an abundance of food and drink. So we want to try to make sure that we know who's going to be coming and who's not going to be coming. And we want you all to come out, definitely, especially now that the weather's getting warmer and the fish are starting to really bite. The derbies are held at Lake LeBoeuf. There is a possibility, I want to let everybody know, it's kind of been kept under wraps so far. There is a possibility that we may be changing venues of where we're going to be hosting the youth fishing derby. Just for the mere fact, we want the kids to be able to catch fish. And Lake LeBoeuf is a very difficult lake to fish as it is, especially for kids, especially for first timers. Just trying to get them educated and showing them how to fish, and it can be very unnerving. And we don't want that for the kids. We want them to be able to catch fish and have fun and have a great time, and maybe make some new friends there too. So we'll keep you guys posted and keep you updated on that, what's going to happen with that. We've got a couple of locations that we're looking into. First and foremost thing that we want to look at is if there's going to be good enough fishing for the kids. The second thing we got to look at is making sure there's going to be enough parking and whatnot for everybody, and that it's not going to be too crowded of an area. So with all that in mind, remember, please get the kiddos involved. Go to our website, get the kids registered. Make sure you fill out the form after you pay. So that way we've got their name and their age, and at least a parent's phone number that we can contact, and for some reason we need to call and update them or ask them a question on anything. So we want to we just really want to make sure the kids have a good time, and we want to give them the best opportunity we possibly can. And I think that's going to go ahead and wrap up this week's show. I hope everybody enjoyed it. It was a real short show this week. Didn't have an opportunity to get out and do some fishing this week. Unfortunately, I'm hoping to get out this weekend, do some. I'm not sure if I'm going to take my boat out or not. But if I do, hopefully next week you'll have some more footage. I wanted to get this video wrapped up and done for the Memorial Day weekend and everything, while everybody's going to get out camping and do some fishing and whatnot and picnics. Hopefully the weather holds up and everything too for this great weekend. And as always, guys, remember, keep the lines tight and keep fishing.